Well, with this one, guys, I'm just going to dive into the topic. So, I get the accusation of being a grifter. So, well, I will give the big news away for free right away. I will do more on this, but I could have just cashed out easy just doing a mindless DOA video. But and I'll give more details, obviously, in a more updated version. But essentially, apparently, DOA has recovered one of his channels. So it's a little distorted if you look at DOA, which is technically Lore of the Gadflies or whatever, Lord of the Gadflies, whatever it is. People might think, oh, he's not so big. He's only got 6,000, 7,000 subscribers. No, that's not the real size of his popularity. Because the channel he lost, he had around 12,000 subscribers. So apparently the 12,000 big channel is back. And that was a real loss. He admitted it, saying, oh, I lost a lot of money. I lost part of my soul. I mostly lost my money. I need my money back. So it was pretty devastating for him. And Aaron Smith-Levin and Helicopters and others tried to destroy the channel. But apparently it's back. So the DOA people are celebrating. There's a lot to say on both sides of the table, but I'm actually going to pivot back to Aaron and the lying, not lying that he's doing. I agree, this is a lie, but you can see what he's trying to say. So I think it's deceptive, but strictly speaking, Aaron didn't lie. He's just being distortive. So what happened? So Ironis is asking for money and asking for others to pay for his legal bills. And as a part of this, his pitch is, guys, I'm a beautiful activist. I do activicos. I'm activistos. And I wouldn't call what he does really activism, but go by his own standard. It's like, okay, so he's done kind of like street protests by his definition for about a year. But that's not good enough. So Aaron and his allies are now saying, Aaron has been in the fight. He's been in the trenches. He's been out there stomping them streets for 2 years. And some people are like, that's a lie. That's complete BS. Yes and no. It's a yes and no question. If we mean by protests the Clearwater pizza beer thing, that has been like roughly a year. So that is fairly recent. However, if we stretch out the word protest to be any activity that Aaron, again, not reality, perceptive. So if Aaron and his friends are stomping around thinking they're doing anti-Scientology, I guess you could say, okay, well, they consider it a protest. Whether it is a real protest, not real protest, maybe it qualifies. It is distortive because he's being locked up in a Florida prison, right? This is a Florida case. Those protests sometimes happened outside Florida, right? Also, he took, to put it mildly, long vacations, right? So once in a while, he went to LA, he did some, quote, protests, and then for a long time, he didn't do anything. He was just in a studio doing the videos. And then out of nowhere, maybe for a week or so, he'd hit the streets again and then stop, go back to just doing videos. So it's been very chaotic and very erratic and a little bit all over the place. So just saying, well, he's been out on the streets fighting for 2 years is like, well, yes, but kind of no. Also, he takes insane amount of breaks and lengthy delays. Also, he's not really out there to protest Scientology. Frankly, he's out there to be a celebrity. And the issues he brings up, again, some of them are real, like the Flavio issue seems to be a real issue, although, again, it's being frankly manipulated, but, you know, it is what it is. But for the most part, he's out there to just create entertainment, have fun, drink, eat a lot, and then go home. If you want to consider that hardcore Martin Luther King Jr. protest, that is you. I consider it more a funny clown reality TV show, which is what it really is. But again, the issue here is, did he lie? Well, they're being distortive, and they're definitely presenting a biased framework, because a lot of people might give money thinking it's all about Florida. But according to the 2 years myth, no, it's about these places and Florida, right? And even then, we're stretching the word protest. It was him just meeting his friends oftentimes and having a lunch. Does that qualify as a protest? Hanging out with Jenna, his then girlfriend, still girlfriend, concubine? I don't know. I think if you just meet at a lunch with friends, you're eating lunch, you're not protesting. However, if the friends consider themselves activists, and they are activists, it gets a little murky. I don't think these people are activists in any real sense. They're just pseudo-activists. But again, in terms of perception, Aaron's audience could say, well, I consider those protests to be protests, and saying, well, sometimes he just ate out or they just went to a restaurant, saying, I consider that a protest too. Aaron is being at a restaurant with Jenna is all anti-Scientologies to that Aaron fan. Okay, and if the Aaron fan agrees, can't talk to that person. I'm just saying people from the outside might feel sympathy or pity saying, oh no, this is so terrible. And he's been fighting for us. Because you think to yourself, wait a minute, 2 years? Didn't he leave Scientology like 10 years ago? Yeah. So why is he doing suddenly street protests? Well, he always did it a little bit, to be fair to him. But it was like once in a lifetime. Really, he just do it, then just stop, and maybe a couple of years later do something symbolic, and then stop again. So it was never a major part of his life. However, sensing the money, right, seeing, woo, I can make this money, yes, the Church of Uranus could make a lot of money pretending to be protesters, and that's what they did. That's what they did. But if you're handing over money thinking, oh my God, we're going to free one of the greatest Nelson Mandela activists of all time, that's a lie. You're not doing that. You can get to the 2 years, but you do have to make certain questionable assumptions. If you're willing to accept those assumptions, good on you, whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying what Aaron and his friends are doing is very, very deceptive. They're really, really creating this mythology. Ever since he was a little boy, Aaron Smith-Levin has raged against the machine. Like he was this radical revolutionary Che Guevara figure, and we're just lucky to have him. Guys, he's basically like Che, but even more Che. He's super Che. He's a super Chad. He's super Che. He's a supermensch. He is Ubermensch. Der Ubermensch. And he's among us, mere mortals. And guys, he's so dedicated. He did 2 years of activism. That makes it sound like Aaron literally rented a small little place, had only a bunk bed, and said, all I do now is anti-Scientologies. I will get out there, guys, and destroy the Scientologies. I will not rest on my Uranus. Guys, he took a vacation this year. He doesn't work. He has no regular job. He took a vacation from eating beer and drinking. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, eating pizza, drinking beer, fine, whatever. You want to have an anti-Scientology sign nearby. Oh, it's anti-Scientology protest. Whatever. It's not very strenuous. He does it for a couple hours, a week, and then stops. I mean, this is not serious activism. But whatever, he did something. He took a vacation from that. That apparently was too physically. Oh, guys, Uranus, the mental stress. Oh, no, remembering my Sea Orgs. Oh, God, I need a vacation. I need to get away. Like Bobby Ryan, I got to get away. I got to get away to the lovely Hawaii to escape the Scientologies. Guys, it was just too much. Like one day, one protest, I ate the whole pizza. Okay, Uranus is a fatty boy. I ate the whole pizza, guys. It was too much. I said, no. I need to take a break from the beer. I will take a break from the pizza. I will eat pizza and drink beer in Hawaii. I'm Uranus. I'm the greatest worker activist of all times. For like 2.5 hours, every 7 or 8 days, I protest. It's a hard job, but I do it because I'm Uranus. But I need a break. I'm not an animal. So anyway, yeah, vacation man there needed a break from doing nothing. So there we go. So, but yeah, again, the 2 years, it's kind of true, but it is one of those, it's kind of true, but it's kind of not true. But why stop there? Why do the Aaron people stop at 2 years? He's been an activist since the 1900s. He started in 1926. Oh boy, he joined all them protests, women's rights, BLMs, anarchists, the communist left. Oh boy, he's a true revolutionary. Find on them streets. Right. Or he's a fat, ugly grifter just lying again. That's another possibility.